Okay, here we go. Pathways of attachment to the rays of light, to the luminaries of light, the Sefer of the Yanuka, chapter 7. Let us go. One of my favorite pieces here. Mitoich sheyamin kol Yehudi b'kedushaso uv'shoyresh yahaduso. Through, or a byproduct of the belief that every Jew has in his or her unique holiness and the root of that holiness in their religion, in their service to Judaism. This is using the word Yehudi and Yehadusa, which all comes from Yehuda, which is Judah, which is just one of 12 tribes. So this is implying the greater house of Israel as well. So if you're not Jewish now, don't worry about it. Everyone has or could tap into the same source. Just because you're Jewish doesn't make you better or different than anyone. It just means you've made a choice to tap in to your root soul over here. So if you're not Jewish and watching this, you can definitely reach out to me of like, what does this mean? What are the implications? Where do I fit in? Everyone's included in this whole narrative. Trust me. Okay, so you have this belief that you are holy and that the source of your holiness is in your Judaism. You believe this. And you, Mr. or Mrs. Individual, you know that you are valued and important and precious, tremendously valued and precious before God. It means God considers you super precious and valuable. You know you're holy and you know you're precious before God. That's your state of mind right now. And that the learning of your Torah is very elevated, very lofty. It's on such a high level. Not that like you're learning Torah at a different caliber than anyone else. The fact that you're learning Torah is a high level. You are holy. God, you're precious before God. Your learning right now is elevated before God. By being in this state of mind, what's a byproduct? This type of person, even if you sin and you break the laws of the Torah and you distance yourself greatly from the Torah and from God, to you who think like this, who think you're holy and know you're precious before God, let's say you sinned now, don't worry. There's a lot of hope for you. A lot of people beat themselves up. They think they've done something wrong. They've sinned. They're off the path. They're not precious before God. God doesn't love them. No. For the person who is in this state of mind that you are holy and your source is in holiness and that you're precious before God and your Torah learning is precious before God, even if you sin, it's okay. There's hope. Don't beat yourself up. With this state of mind, you can subdue the rulership of the hands of Esav that's ruling over us right now. We're being ruled over by these Neanderthal, Roman, pagan, horrible humans. You can destroy them with just this state of mind of knowing that you're precious before God and you're holy and that your Torah learning is holier, even if you're sinning. That doesn't mean you have a green light to sin. That these Esav guys, they are the ones who get light from fire, not from light itself, and they go about conquering the world. Since the time of the destruction of the Holy Temple of Jerusalem, since the time of the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, they're going around destroying the world. Besoifrim es kedushas HaMikdash, Ve'Yerushalayim shebelibo shel kol Yehudi, and they burn the holiness of the temple in Jerusalem that is in the heart of every Jew. He's not just talking about that they burnt the temple thousands of years ago. They're continuously trying to burn the temple of Jerusalem, located where? In your heart. How do we know there's a temple in our heart? Obvious, it's from the Torah. God says, make for me a sanctuary and I will dwell amongst you all. Like I will dwell within you. And we're like, wait a minute. If we make you a sanctuary, don't you dwell within the sanctuary? What do you mean dwell within us? You are the sanctuary, Mr. and Mrs. friends of mine. You are the sanctuary. So not only is this ace of people going around burning holy temples thousands of years ago, they're burning holy temples today. Where? In your heart. Holy smokes. Okay. V'naseh libo shel haYehudi leMishkan or Hashem shu inyan ha'ma'orei or. And by believing that you are holy and your root is in holiness and that you are precious before God and that your learning of Torah is elevated at the highest level before God, just by knowing this and living in this mindset, tuning your brain to the proper calibrated mindset, what is a byproduct? You make yourself a mizbeach. You make yourself an altar, a dwelling place for the light of God, which is an aspect of these rays of light. You yourself become a host for the divine light by having this mindset. Even if you're sinning, it's okay. There's a war between two countries. One country is going to win the war, but that country may have lost a lot of battles. Losing battles doesn't imply you're going to lose the war. It's okay. If you're going to fall, you're going to sin, don't beat yourself up. Just know that your source is in holiness, that you yourself are divine, and by keeping this mindset, no matter how many times Esau is going to light a fire in your heart of doubt, of FOMO, of the should'ves, the could'ves, the would'ves, all the things that get you to mess with yourself, mess with your own chill, it's not going to work. It's just going to backfire. It's going to turn yourself into an altar for God's light to rest upon. God's going to be safe inside of you. You'll have a place to chill. The biggest problem today, according to the Yanuka, is God doesn't have a home. So the temporary house for God in exile is in your heart. Esau is trying to light a fire in your heart. Don't let him. Just stay positive. Know that you're holy, your Torah learning is holy, and that you're precious before God. And I don't care how many sins you're going to do, by staying in this state of mind, you will eventually rise, win the war. God will find comfort in residing within you as a guest. Imagine inviting guests over for Shabbat and you don't make the bed for them, you don't put a bottle of water next to them, dirty shit. Come on. Make a nice place inside your brain and your heart for God to chill. He's knocking on our doors. Whew, I almost caught myself rambling a little too much. I don't want to digress or diversify, whatever the word is, from what the Yanuka is trying to get across from here. So the next chapter is going to be short. It's going to be mind-blowing, and we're going to wrap up this pathway. Guess what? I'm sure you're going to guess. I love you all so much. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the support. All the people who help sponsor the videos, I appreciate you. Everyone knows who they are. And thank you, Benji, for translating it. Thank you, Yosef, and all my friends watching. I love you all so much. Mwah. Have a good day. Over and out.